Hi, everybody. We're back and welcome to the show. You're watching WCOBM. This is Variety Talk Live in Las Vegas. So, in case you were expecting something else, sorry to disappoint you, but you won't be disappointed. This is your business networking show, people helping people. And I tell you, you are definitely going to learn a few things after we get finished today because we are continuing our series on Dr. Martin Luther King and all of the wonderful things that have taken place since he has had his dream. And I'd like to begin by introducing a woman who is responsible along with a group of people for formulating an organization headed up by women, run by women, and actually doing something completely different in this decade. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce Lady Lauren Edgar of the National Black Nurses Association. Lauren, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me, Linda.
Well, first of all, I just want to just tell you how much you mean to me because I'm going to brag a little bit. And I know that back in the day, my mother was a registered nurse. And I remember when she actually formulated the National Black Nurses Association in Chicago, Illinois, and was the president for some time. And I just remember the hard work that went into it and the joy that all of the women had in being able to put together a unique organization such as this, and particularly during a time when women actually were still actually fighting for their place. So I cannot wait to talk to you to find out what the Las Vegas chapter of the National Black Nurses is doing and the purpose, the plan, and everything else that's going on. So I'm going to kind of pipe down a little bit and let you tell us about the National Black Nurses Association. Welcome to the show.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Linda. And I am very happy to be on the show today to talk about our wonderful association that is the National Black Nurse Association. We have been around for many years, mainly since 1971. The NBNA, or National Black Nurse Association, was actually founded by Dr. Lorraine Sams. She was actually a former dean and professor of nursing at the School of Nursing within Tuskegee University in Alabama. So we have been growing majorly since then and has been incorporated since 1972. And I'm happy to say that we have over 150,000 African American nurses that represent the association. Yeah, and this really encompasses not just registered nurses. We also have licensed, vocational, and practical nurses. We also have nursing students, and we also have retired nurses. And so we're really excited about that. Not only that, you can find us in the U.S. You can also find us in the Eastern Caribbean, in Africa. And we out of pretty much around the world, have 92 charter chapters within 35 states. So it's really exciting.
It's very exciting. So tell us, Lauren, just basically because there's so many people out there that just want to know your purpose, your function. Everyone knows about a nurse, but many people don't realize the important aspect of what your organization is doing and has done. So share with us a little bit of what you're all about and your purpose.
Yes, absolutely. Well, first off, because we are a subset or a chapter under the National Black Nurse Association, mainly all of us are really look to meet the mission, that is to represent and provide a forum for Black nurses to advocate and implement strategies to ensure access to the highest quality of healthcare for persons of color, people of color. It's very important that we look to represent, as a chapter of the National Black Nurse Association, we look to represent those within Southern Nevada. For the chapter, our mission is to investigate, define, and determine the healthcare need of Black Americans and implement change, Linda, to make available to Blacks and other minorities healthcare commensurate with that of the larger society. So we really look to make sure that there is a voice and there's a seat at the table within the healthcare community, within the healthcare industry, for African Americans, and other minorities, just other pretty much other minorities, not just African Americans, I should say. But we are we really look to be involved in the community in that we take opportunities to educate when we have the floor. We also take opportunities to advocate. Some of the things that the chapter was involved in last year, not only did we host the 45th National Black Nurse Association Conference here in Las Vegas, but we also just before that hosted a health fair to the community that provided a lot of free information, free giveaways, a raffle with free prizes, and really just looking to bring the community within Las Vegas to a place where they have an opportunity to know what healthcare businesses are out there and what ways they can look to seek services that will help them in their everyday lives so their lives can be of highest of quality. We also look to, we actually held in November our scholarship luncheon. So not only do we look to advocate for the community, we also look to bring more people of color into healthcare. One thing that we really hold true and dear is that we want to make sure that the person that you see, whether it's in a hospital or in a nursing home, you want to make sure that when you look up and you are of African American descent, you will look up and you want to make sure you see people that look like you. And to us, that's really important because we want to make sure that we send that message that there are African Americans, there are blacks within healthcare. So those who are interested in coming into the field know that there are people like you that will embrace you, look to mentor you, and look to sit you down and help you become the best healthcare professional that you can be. So we look to hold a scholarship luncheon in November to help support those who choose to go into healthcare and those who are of African American descent who choose to go into healthcare, whether it's a registered nurse, whether it's to be an LPN or a licensed practical nurse, or whether it is to become a CNA. We want to make sure that we support that pathway should you make that decision.
Well, see, that's really what's important too, because I'm hearing the different levels of opportunities for women, and I think that is what is utmost important as we continue the legacy of Dr. King's dream. When he was alive, while he was making his "I Have a Dream" speech, at that time, African American women were very limited in the scope of what they could do as professionals. And I just think that it's pretty awesome to formulate an organization allowing young women to have an opportunity to believe in themselves and to believe that they can achieve this dream and not only just become LPNs, not that there's nothing wrong with LPNs or RNs, but they can actually take this to the highest spectrum possible, and that there is no glass ceiling, and that they can continue to be motivated to recognize that there are great limitless opportunities out there for them, and without having you as an organization right there in front of them in their faces, they now have that hope. And so I'm just so very proud of you and your organization for all that you do, the hard work that you take to put in to make sure that those without opportunity know that this exists, and the work that you do within the community just to reach out and help in terms of healthcare is pretty powerful.
Absolutely. Thank you, Linda. We're really happy to be in the Las Vegas Valley just because there is so much of a need. And I would also like to touch on, while we are a majority female chapter, we do have one male member, and he's a nursing student.
I love it.
Yes. And I'm also really excited to say that the president, our current presiding officer for the National Black Nurse Association, is actually also our first male president. And so we are happy to see more males become involved in the association.
Awesome.
Nursing, Linda, nursing is really, it is a majority female profession. So it is, I think that's probably why it's very likely to come across nursing associations of all kinds that have majority women involved in their chapters and within associations. But we are really pushing to recruit more males into not just the chapter, but into nursing. Because again, you want to make sure that if you're at the bedside or if you're with a loved one who's at the bedside of any healthcare facility, you want to make sure you look up, and while you may see majority females within the profession, you want to make sure that you're inspired when you see those male nurses also. And again, it's a very rewarding profession. It's a wonderful opportunity. I feel very honored to be the president of the Southern Nevada Black Nurse Association, all because it really just grants for a lot of opportunity to make a difference. Again, we mainly look to collaborate with other associations as well, but we are very big on recruitment. We're very big on counsel, looking to provide counsel and just assisting Blacks who are interested in the nursing profession. I definitely want to say that we are excited on what's to come for 2018. We not only are hosting, or excuse me, not hosting, but looking to attend the next 46th National Black Nurse Association Conference in St. Louis, Missouri, but also look to really get involved and pull even those high school students who may not be sure on what they want to do for the future, but we really want to wrap our hands and wrap our arms around them and scoop them up and look to mentor them and pull them on into the healthcare profession and foster that path for them, even when they're not completely sure. And want to make sure that they're very informed.
Absolutely. And I can see by way of the different events that you are hosting, that's a wonderful opportunity to do that. So what we'd like to do is actually make sure that everyone gets a number so that those who are interested in just asking, Variety Talk family, make sure you inquire about about these wonderful African American nurses who have started a huge snowball, and it's not only nationwide, but it's within the world. So everybody, make sure you give Lauren Edgar a call. Lauren, what is the number that everyone can reach you on? Or would you?
Yes, they can. I would probably say the easiest way, and hopefully the fastest way for everyone to be able to jump on their phones and log into their Facebook accounts and come join us, reach out to us via Facebook, actually.
Wonderful.
All you have to do is type in Southern Nevada Black Nurse Association. We are on Facebook. You will see a picture of the majority of us who are involved in the chapter. Not only that, you'll also see our wonderful past president, Rowena Trim, where we can look to reach out to you. And again, find us on Facebook, and all you have to do is type in Southern Nevada Black Nurse Association. Other than that, you can also go to our website at http://snvna.nursyngnetwork.com. Again, reach out to us. We are here. We are a family. We are a bundle of professionals that are within the community who want to help you make a difference in the way that you see fit, in the way that you feel the Las Vegas Valley needs it. Let us inspire you, let us mentor you, let us foster you into the best healthcare professional that you can be. And also let us counsel you. Should you have questions around healthcare, should you have questions around services that are available in the community, let us support you in that.
Absolutely. Well, you know what? You did a fantastic job in getting all of that out in just this little bit of time that we had. So I appreciate it so much. And we look forward to you coming back in the future to let us know about the events and to talk a little bit further about your background and get a little bit closer to those who are in the organization. This is all about continuing the legacy of Dr. King, and I can't think of a better way to celebrate with such an accomplished organization that is doing wonderful things for so many people. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and close out the segment, and I would like for you to please give your Facebook information out one more time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, Linda. It has been an honor. In our Facebook site, all you have to do is log into Facebook and type in Southern Nevada Black Nurse Association.
All right. There you go, everybody. Lauren, thank you so much for joining us, and keep us posted on how things are going. And thanks for sharing the legacy with us on this Martin Luther King week. Have a beautiful weekend, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Everyone, you're watching Variety Talk Live in Las Vegas. And when we come back, a tribute to Mr. Edwin Hawkins. We'll see you in a minute.